Hey guys, it's Scrappy K Sue. This is a video response to Sybil B's To Die For challenge, and we're supposed to show you our dies and how we store them, and also tell you which one is our favorite. So I have a couple of different ways that I do mine, so let me show you the first part, because the second part I'm going to have to get down on the floor. Alright, the big dies I hold in this little storage thingy here. This is usually for shoes. But I've got just a bunch of little things here and there, but my big dies I put in here like this, and I've got Stampin' Up die, but all my little, let me turn this light on. Ooh, I don't know if that's any better or not. Just all the big dies like this I put up here. I don't think that's any, yeah, well, we'll just do it like this. And I think that's it on those. And then hang on just a second, I'll be right back and we'll get to where the other ones are. Hang on. Alright, here's what I started out with. This is when a few years ago everybody was making this little book to put their dies in, 6x12. It was easy to make, and I bound it and everything. And I think there's a glare. Is it still glary, or is it just too bright? But everybody was doing it like this, so I thought I'd do it, and I really liked it. I mean, I did it for probably over a year. I left it like this, probably almost 2 years, and just, you know, put the little strips in here. And this is just this is when I just had spell binders when I started out, and I would just put them in here, and you know, like everybody else is doing, I would save the little picture and everything and just start storing them in here. Now there's some toward the back like that. There's one missing, and of course that's not what those are, but there's the second way that I started storing them, because this one is really good and everything, but I got to where I had too many, and it just wasn't working for me anymore. And they're still in here because I haven't finished doing my new one, which you'll see. And then I started getting so many of these spell binders that I put them in this little crate thing for now until I got another system going. But I have taken this to 2 of my crops, just stuck it underneath my table, and you know, used it like this for until I gotten ready to do my other one. So it works for that, and I come over here when I'm looking for something, but that just didn't seem to work for me either. And then I saw everybody doing all of these books, okay? So I would put, first of all, you'd see these little things, okay? These little pocket things. I don't know if they were CD holders or what, but I put little Velcro things right here. It was just the little flap, little Velcro things, and that's just really so much glare. And I just put, like, these are some of my Cuttlebug ones. Now I just put the kind like this in these. I didn't put spell binders or nothing in these, but I just put like the little square ones from Cuttlebug and the Sizzix ones, and you know, those kind. There's these little ones, Sizzix ones, and the Cuttlebug one, you know. And then it got to where this book was so bulky, I just didn't like it, and that would only fit just those things, and that was not going to work. So I'm going to have to find that's going to be a different system too with these, because that's really all I have, and it could probably work, but it just irritates me how bulky that is, you know. It just, I don't know. So the rest of them, the little flat flat ones I would be getting, some of them came with stamps, and there was oh no, wait, this is the way that I started doing my spellbinders after the little book, and because I saw people doing this. And look who that is. Hi, Zoe. She is all fuzzy wuzzy. She needs a haircut so bad, don't you, girl? Don't you, girl? So give him some sugars. Give him some sugars. But so I started doing them in this book like this, and these are just sheet protectors, you know. But the cardstock that I had in there is kind of a thick cardstock, and I had 2 of them in there along with the dies, but it's still, you know, it's just kind of flimsy. And see, they don't even stick on there all the time. But I started putting my spellbinders in here, and then I kind of stopped doing it because it just, you know, it's just all flimsy and stuff, and I just, that wasn't working either. So, and then some of my dies were that I had with stamps, I would put with my stamps. Well, here's how I do my stamps, which this is not really the way I want to do them either, but this is the way they are for right now. These are not all my stamps, these are just some of them. You know, there was somebody on there, I can't remember who it was, that showed us where to find these are pretty heavy. But they had the 4 pocket and the 2 big pockets here, and then there were like the 3 pockets like this. This, you know, and the Recollections or Inkadinka-Doo stamps that were like this, they all fit in here pretty good. But the ones that had stamps and dies that went together, I just put them together with the stamps, which is probably the way I'm going to do it. Even though I'm doing a new system, that's probably the way I'm still going to do it, because I don't want to have my stamp and then go looking for my die. I want to have it together. So, but this is really okay for now. So then I decided that's okay now, I guess, for my stamps, but eventually I'm probably going to have more than one way I do my stamps. But then I decided, okay, well, everybody's doing their stamp or their dies, and in those little things I was showing you where the stamps are. So I got another binder. Okay, sorry about all the moving. And this little zipper one, this is just a little pencil zipper thing. I put some little ones in, some alphabets and numbers. But these ones, like with the 2 things, I started putting, like there's a stamp with the die. Like this is the die with the hexagon, and that's the stamp that goes with it. It's a PTI. I have that in here, but that usually don't go in here. But I started putting these in these little things like this. Well, some of the people have little sheets of magnets in here. You know, those the sheets that everybody said get at Home Depot that cover your vents. Okay, well, I got some of those. I'm going to show you those in just a second. But I started doing them like this. That glare is so bad, and I'm so sorry. Hang on, I'll get it in a second there. So put them in here. These are still in their little baggie, but I would put them in with the sheet. So, you know, this is just a temporary thing, but let me show you the way I really want to do it, and I hope that it really works. And hold on a second. Okay, this is a binder that I found at Walmart. That's, you know, in the school section and everything. It's got a handle on it, and it's pretty thick. But when I opened it up, you know, it zips all the way around, so they'd be secure and everything. And it's got some little zipper, you know, it's got pockets everywhere. But when I opened it up, I found that it has two sides. It's got a left side and a right side, which at first glance I'm like, oh cool, you know, double the space. But then, well, let me show you them the way I was putting them in here first. First, I was putting them leaving them in their little thing that they come in, you know, and then just putting them in those little pockets, which I had these in one of those other binders, and it was working out okay, really, but I still, it just didn't feel like it was going to work, because some of these would come out of the top, and I know I could probably put some kind of a Velcro or something like that, but it just still wasn't what I wanted. I just didn't know what it was going to take, okay? But then I kept flipping through, and some of them on this side, when this page is turned, and I'll show you in a second, it hits this thing. Well, when the dies are in it on top of the magnet, which you can see right here a little bit, which is the way I'm going to show you is the way I want to do it. They hit this, and I'm afraid that over time it may mess it up. It doesn't when the binder is shut and it is all zipped up. It doesn't hit this, so that's not a problem. But just when I'm flipping and stuff, it does. But I figured, since it's not going to stay against this thing for long, then it probably is not going to hurt it. So I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start doing them like this. I had those little magnet things, you know, that I got from Home Depot, and I would cut them to size. And, you know, you see everybody put them on these little things, but they're either in some kind of a drawer or a box, and they've got like their little names up here or something, and they just flip through them like this, or they're in a little sheet protector thing in this size, and they flip through them. Well, that wasn't going to work for me, because like I've told y'all before, I go to crops, and I don't want to have to flip through them and figure out which ones I want to take, and then the box may not be secure if that's what I had them in or whatever. So I figured I really need to get it in a binder so I can just take the whole binder. But I didn't want a binder like those over there that you just open and it's not secure at the bottom or whatever. So this zipper thing, you know, it's going to work okay. So I started cutting up the little magnet things and putting them in here. And look, oh no, this is not the one with the one on the back. But I started, you know, I just measure it and cut it and start putting them in here. So let me flip through here so I can show you on this side. See, there's the middle. So when you shut it, all this stuff is in the middle. And it's even though it's got a handle on the outside, it's got the, you know, over the shoulder thing. So if you want to do it that way. But here, I'm going to set this up so maybe that glare will be off of there. So this is one of the 3-page ones. So what I did was measure that stuff and stick it in here like this. And see, it's not the strongest magnet, but you know, they're staying on there. So this is a cherry land die, and it's got the 3 butterflies with the angel wings on it. Well, I did another one on the back and stuck them together. They're not, I mean, I didn't tape them or anything together, but hang on a second. Hang on. I want to show you. Oops. Well, that's as far as it goes. Well, when you put these together, because the way the magnets are, I guess the plus and minus of a magnet, if you'll notice, when I put them together, they don't want to stay together like this. They keep moving. Every time I do this and wind up putting them, you know, because I need to put them in that little pocket, they keep coming up. See there, it just popped again. It popped out of place, which that doesn't bother me. So I have to make sure that I trim off enough to still fit in this little thing, because it's going to be more on this side and less on this side, and the same thing on the other side. I don't know if I'm explaining this right to y'all or what, but anyway, I think I figured it out. So I just put them back to back. The white side is not the magnet part. So I just did them, you know, back to back. And I just stick them in the little drawer. Drawer, yeah. This is a drawer. You see what I mean? So some of them I still have to tweak because I may not have cut this one, so it's kind of tight. So I'm going to have to take a little bit off of it to get it in there. But it fits real good. And like, here's another one. I haven't done the second page yet. This is just one of them. But I've got some more in here. I got different sizes. And let's see. Like this one here. This is a cherry lin. And on the other side, it's another cherry lin. But see how it's not even? It won't stay like that because of the magnet. But that's fine. Like I said, it doesn't bother me. So I'll stick them in here. Do all these sizes. And I still... my camera's trying to come off the thing. So there's that. It's coming down because I've got it sitting up, but it don't usually do that. And then here's this one right here is a 2-pocket one. So on this bottom one I have, these are cherry lin too, I believe, and this is the Easter egg thing, and then this is a basket. But on the other side of this one, and I'm doing this with one hand. Hang on, let me see if I can put this back down. Okay, and on this one, see, I think I got to take a little bit off of this one too because it's too snug with 2 of them in there. On the other side of this one is one of the big plates, and then this is just a little border thing. So I'm trying to make sure that and get the best of how much I can put on these little things. I wanted to do the art bin thing, and you can put like up to 20 of those little sheets in there. But I know I've got so many dies that when it was over, I would probably have 20 of those art bin things. And I think I could probably get more in these. And I don't know if it'd be as heavy because I'm only, you know, taking little pieces of magnet, not a whole big sheet. So if this doesn't work for me, then I may consider putting some of them in those art bin things, or, you know, maybe just my spellbinders, or maybe just cherry lin, or, you know, maybe just a certain brand to put. And that was all. But these little things have, I mean, it's got all this little stuff in it. So like if you want to put, you know, pencils or you know, something to do with the dyes and all of this stuff. I mean, it's got pockets and mesh and all kind of stuff everywhere. They were on clearance for $15. I can't imagine what the normal price of these things were, but they were at Walmart. So I only got 2 for now. I just wanted to start out with it and see how it worked, and see if that would work for me. And I didn't want to spend a whole lot of money on binders if it wasn't going to work. So I'm going to try it out and see. But that's right now how I'm storing them, along with the big. Of course, I'm going to leave them over there because I don't want to have to look through a drawer to get to them. I just want to get them up there, you know, out of my little cubby hole up there. So, but that's it, guys. I appreciate it, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Had fun doing this, Sybil. Thanks for the challenge. Bye. And as far as a favorite die, I really can't pick a favorite die because I like them all. But I really like all of my butterfly dies because they just, when they're cut out, they just turn out so gorgeous. But the one die that I think is or there's several like this, but the one that I use the most, because you can use it just about, you know, on everything, is this die from Memory Box. This is called Elegant Scroll Work, because you can stick it behind, you know, flowers, or, you know, anywhere on a layout or a card or anything, you know, it just to add a little, you know, something there. But I like using it a lot, you know, so this one right here. But I guess that would be kind of my favorite, one of my favorites, but I'll just point this one out. So I hope I wasn't too confusing on all of this. I've tried so many different things, and they'll work for a little bit and then they won't. And because I do crops now, if I didn't go anywhere, you know, if I didn't do crops or anything, then I would probably find a more stationary way to store them, like a lot of you guys are doing in the little refrigerator bins, but in the little plastic sleeves and things like that. That seems like it's a pretty good, you know, way to do it. And a lot of people, and I like flipping through things too. A lot of people like doing the flipping thing. So I like doing that too, and that would work. But since I do go to crops, you know, at least twice a year, I haven't tried any new ones. I just want to have something that I can that's easy, you know, to take with me. So, but anyway, that's it. And I know this is I'm trying to edit this film. I know I will be trying to edit this film, but I've had to cut and piece it because I've had things everywhere. Because like this is my little table in my room, and this is where I started redoing my dies, and I just got stuff everywhere. These are like empty packets here, and I've just got dies sitting everywhere, you know, all this and this one. But so I'm trying to get this, I'll try to get this video pieced right. So, but that's it. Thanks.